Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Proverbs 370. Proverb today is I before E, except after C. Okay, somebody on screenshot, do it right now. Let's get right to it. I before E, except after C is a very famous English grammar rule that has been around for centuries. I'm kind of surprised it was actually in the list of Proverbs. If you look at all the Proverbs that are out there, it's listed under Proverbs. It dates back to at least 1866 in James Stuart Laurie's Marvel of English. Even though this grammar rule is mostly correct, 80-90% correct, it has often been criticized because there are quite a few exceptions. Yeah, at least hundreds of exceptions. Maybe, I wouldn't even be surprised if there's more than 1,000. But that is a lot. But remember, there's a lot of words in English, and the I, C-I-E or C-E-I combination comes up quite a bit in English. Let's continue. All right, and we got 5 examples to explain this, and, let's get right to it. So I before E, except after C, can be referred to as a mnemonic rule of thumb. Now, remember, anytime we say something is mnemonic, we mean that it's kind of like rhyming to help you remember something. So it's some sort of a line that you could say that's good for trying to remember something. All right. All right, number 2 here. A longer rhyme to this rule is I before E, except after C, or when sounded as A, as in neighbor or way. So, because neighbor and way, of course, are common exceptions. They're very common words, too. This will kind of cover a number of the exceptions, but really not all. There's still a lot more, even besides that. It would be nice if you could just add this little note and it still covered the far majority, but there's still quite a few. Let's continue. All right, number 3 here. Some other exceptions to the I before E exception, except after C rule, is plurals of nouns that end in CY. All right, so such as like vacancies or emergencies. Yes, okay. Okay, so of course those are also exceptions to the rule. All right, number 4. Some of the most common exceptions to the rule I before E include such words as there. I mean, that's a very, very common word. There, seize, weigh, weird, forfeit, caffeine, receive, etc. So that's why it sometimes gets complaints, because these are really, really common rules, and they don't really follow this rule. Okay. And number 4, the rule I before E, except after C, appears in the Peanuts cartoon of a boy named Charlie Brown. I can remember when I was a kid, that was actually the first time I heard this rule. Wasn't actually in school. I don't remember. Did they teach this in school? Was I absent that day? Was I not paying attention? I don't know. But I do remember that. I remember this rule from that cartoon. There's a scene where Charlie Brown is trying to memorize this and, trying to, correct his spelling and things like that. So I always remembered it from that. Remember the Peanuts cartoon, probably more famous for Snoopy. If you know the little cartoon dog Snoopy, more people know Peanuts from that, especially internationally. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. I hope it was very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.